Okay, with Isabelle Kalkwarf, hopefully I said your last name properly. A silent scream. I let that hang. You told me how to pronounce the last name. I let it hang for too long, and I got in my
Oh no.
head and I got nervous. So
Yeah, you're
pronounce your
close.
last
It's
name,
super close. It's Isabelle Kalkwarf.
Kalkwarf. Okay.
Kalkwarf, yeah.
So Silent Scream is a 6 minute short film played at the Wild Sound Festival. So you're from Idaho, right?
Yes, I'm from Idaho.
How is the Idaho film scene?
Um, it's very, it's definitely like it exists and it's pretty like when you're in it, it's very like connections are really easy. There's a lot of things going on, but if you don't know where to find those things, it's almost feels like non-existent. Just because it's not as like a more of a popular thing here, and so a lot of people seem to travel around from like a lot in Boise or in Coeur d'Alene. That's where it's more well known and there's a lot more happening. But it's kind of like it flies a little bit under the radar for most people, but it's still very like it exists and it's pretty cool. So.
So you're from born and raised in Idaho. You're going to keep making movies? Is that your thing? Is that what your passion is?
Yes, I want to keep making movies. Yeah.
And so tell us about this film, Silent Scream. You wrote it, you produced
Mhm.
it. It's about, I guess, going through an anxiety attack, right? Is there a personal
Yeah.
experience in this film or?
Yeah, so it's kind of based off of a little bit of personal experience, but it's also kind of like a lot of people who don't have anxiety don't know what it feels like, and describing it is almost impossible. So we wanted something to maybe feel, maybe like have it, like actually have somebody understand how, like, like an anxiety attack can feel, and yeah.
So, okay, so then is this something like, I don't want to get too personal, but is something
Mhm.
you've had anxiety attacks in the past?
Yeah, I've had a few. I was when I was a lot younger, like in high school, but yeah, I've had a few, and I never really understood like what they really were until later on.
So you started with the family dynamic, right? Where it's like you're
Mhm.
obviously where we know that this young girl is the main character because you're kind of focusing the camera on her. But she's
Yeah.
got a younger brother, she's got a younger sister, she's got parents. Like something is it like something's gonna set her off, I guess, right?
Mm. So the act, like the concept that I had is I wanted it to feel like there was nothing that could have actually set her
It
off
was like no, but I'm saying
because
that it's something.
yeah,
Okay, I rephrase it
yeah.
like it's a normal kind of dinner, but then something is like she's something is giving her the attack, I guess, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, so it's like it shouldn't like everything seems pretty normal and like
Yeah.
not out of the ordinary, so it's kind of supposed to leave the audience like, "Oh, like, what's, like, happening? Is there something that's going to happen?" Or, like, "Why does she feel this way?" Because that's a lot of what happens with, like, with a panic attack or, like, with anxiety in general. It's just, like, sometimes you don't really have a reason why you feel that way, like, that you can point out that's obvious, I guess. That'd be, like, an obvious
But
thing.
I don't like I'm not a doctor, I'm not an expert, but isn't
Yeah.
it something that's it's a cause and effect, right? Isn't there always a cause and
Mhm.
effect of some kind?
Yeah, there usually is, but it can really vary, and sometimes recognizing those things can be difficult. And so, like, panic attacks can kind of come out of like a little bit more unexpectedly because it doesn't seem like something's wrong, but there is like internally, like something's going on through your head that it's
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
But you're not, I guess the point of the film is that you're not blaming the dad or the mom or
Mhm.
judgment or like there's no abuse. It doesn't seem like there's any verbal abuse. It
Yeah.
just seems like a pretty normal, you know, middle America family dinner, I guess, right?
Yeah. 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 That was the goal.
Yeah. So yeah, great job. And she does a really fantastic job pulling that off. So
Yeah.
tell me about your lead actress. What's her name? Alexis?
Yeah, her name's Alexis Van. I might pronounce her last name wrong. But it's like Van Leuven.
Yeah. I
And
think
she's
that's what it is.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Van Leuven, yeah. And she's amazing. Um she's a really good actor. She's been in a couple other films. There was like one feature film that's going through like a film festival run right now too, and it's really good. And she has a good range. She's really good at like showing like almost all types of emotion. I specifically loved how well she can um like portraying anxiety is really hard, and I feel like she really did well with that. I even remember in the audition, like during the auditions that she was doing, like she's doing like it was just like very good.
Yeah. Because that's not like she's not that's acting. She's pulling that off in the close-ups, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And you kind of have that freeze frame in the film, and you kind of do some jump cutting, and you're like, what was your
Mhm.
kind of point? Was that something always on your mind, or something you kind of like experimented in editing? What was your kind of process with that?
So I wanted to have like those like the like cut like the jump cuts and because I knew that like having that build up and like I feel like that would be able to like I thought that was gonna like be a good way to create tension. Um I didn't really have with like the shots that I did do with like the other characters eating or like just these like random sounds, it was kind of just to focus on the different sounds going on and that she was like noticing them. Um And so I had that idea, but I didn't really know how I was, like, gonna fully pull that off until it was time for editing, and then I was, like, cutting those through, and it kinda just came together, so.
And then the dad and the mom and the two kids, like, where did you find them?
So this was, like, all during the audition process. I posted, on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook groups. There's, like, an Idaho filmmakers group that I can they have.
Yeah,
And I posted on there and I wanted them to be in person. And so I just had like a Google form basically like giving me your information, like where you're from,
yeah,
do you have experience, etc. And then I had them come audition one on one for one day. Like everybody was doing like one on ones just like to see what like let them choose the characters they wanted to audition for. And some people did it online, some people did it in person. And then we had callbacks where they had everybody come in person and we ran through scripts together where all the characters were involved um, just to like find the family dynamic. And honestly, the mom and the brother, not the mom and the dad, and like the brother and sister, like they fit really well together and they all played their parts really well and they look like family.
yeah, they do.
So,
And
yeah.
it's for someone who's a dad, it kind of like, of course, I'm like subconsciously I'm focusing on the dad. At second viewing, I'm realizing that I am, and he's completely oblivious.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
judging him, right? Because it's probably he's just so into the family, he doesn't know, right? And that's sort of your
Mhm.
point. It's like that, and the mom's like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, it's so nobody knows, right?
Yeah.
Except for her. And who knows if like if she's going to tell her doctor or she has a therapist? Who knows? Like we don't know, right? It's
Mhm.
just something that people go with. That's your point, I guess, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you accomplished your goal.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very glad that I was able to. I think that's such a hard topic to really actually
Yeah.
put into an actual perspective, so
Yeah.
I think I'm really proud of how it turned out.
You should be because well you're young. I don't want to say how old you are, but let's just say that you're young. You
Mm.
were born in the 2000s, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And so like are you do you have well, what are your plans? Like are you good you seem like you're self-taught as well, right? You didn't go to
Yeah.
film school? Yeah.
Yeah, so everything that I've done leading up till now has been, like, all self-taught, um, kinda just learning the ropes as I go, but actually, this May, I'm gonna be starting at the Vancouver Film School, so it's like a one-year program, but, yeah, so I'm actually gonna be going to school, and there I'll be working on a lot of other projects from other students, and
Mhm.
then possibly making a feature film, like, that'll be my first feature, so.
Yeah, we've shown mini films for Vancouver Film School. So
Mhm.
you're moving to Vancouver for a year,
Yep, yep, I'm gonna be moving.
seeing how the Canadians live.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm warning you, you probably won't want to go back. Yeah,
I know I
despite what
visited.
certain people in your government think, it's like I don't think you want to go back.
Yeah, yeah. And Vancouver is such a pretty, like, beautiful city, so yeah.
What made you choose that? I'm just curious because there's other obviously there's many film schools in the United States.
Yeah, so oh goodness, I don't even know, like, how I fully decided, but I remember, like, I was just kind of applying to different schools, and at the time I was also traveling. I was in New Zealand traveling, and I, like, kind of realized, like, "Oh, I wanna study somewhere maybe not in the US, or, like, maybe
Yeah,
I wanna do something international." And so I started looking at different international, schools, and, um, it came down to there's this one in Prague. There's, like, the Prague Film School and then also the Vancouver Film School. And I got accepted into both, and I was kind of just debating on both of them. And then cost-wise, it felt, Vancouver was a bit, like,
yeah,
more affordable and, like, more hands-on, which I
yeah.
liked because I feel like I'm a very, like, hands-on learner. Um, so, yeah, I think it kinda just came down to that, and um, like, getting everything, like, getting enrolled and, like, all of that, like, everybody was so, like, good and helpful, so it just really felt, like,
It's pretty
comfortable.
close. Like it's a what,
Mhm.
12-hour drive?
Yeah, I think it's, like, 12 or 13 hours for me,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's not that far, like meaning that it's
Mhm.
relatively you can get there in a day, I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Very long day.
Yeah. No, I know, but I'm saying that
Yeah.
like it's not like you're going to Prague. It's like that's like a
Mhm.
trek, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
So,
So group and then your parents are supporting you with this, I'm assuming?
yeah, yeah, they're excited, they're happy to see me.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna miss me, but they're happy to see me doing stuff that I love, and yeah.
Well, I was gonna point out that because I know you're young and you're like and you can go to film school because it's like this film should get you into any mini film schools, right? So
Mhm.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I guess that's what you did. So you're already a step ahead. You're already with my thought process. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to make a feature, I guess, eventually.
Mhm, yeah, that's the goal eventually, and I think with Vancouver, like, with the film school there, the goal is to make a feature film or at least be, like, ready to make one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. Because you did like this is a besides the sound design, it seems like you edited it, you shot it, you directed it. So you did a lot of
Yeah.
things. And I think the school is going to teach you to collaborate with the best people and then kind of make your film even that much better, I guess, right?
Yeah, yeah, because that's been one of the biggest weaknesses is, I don't have my crews are always really small. Sometimes it can be, like, me and my assistant director, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, like, it's super small, and I feel like with a small crew like that, it's things can be doable, which, like, and I know that, but there's a lot of, like, weaknesses with that because you can't do everything and,
Yeah.
you know yeah.
But that said, it's pretty ambitious because it's like that seems to be the new way films are even being made these days, right? So
Yeah, yeah, kind of.
but I can
Yeah.
see the way you have a nice visual style, but I can see you kind of collaborating with a very strong DP and even making your films like so much better. So
Yeah, yeah, I
yeah,
think that'd be so fun, yeah.
I think that's where you're gonna find in Vancouver.
Mhm.
But you did so someone else did the sound design and composer. Is that someone in Ottawa?
Yes, that's somebody, his name's, Jordan Adams,
Yeah,
and, I actually met him when I was working, with, like a stage crew, like, so we worked with, like, concerts and
yeah.
stuff like that. And he said he really wanted to get into, um he already made a lot of music before, but he wanted to get into, like, Foley and more stuff with film, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Okay, like, let's do it," and, yeah, I mean, I think that made it so much better because he was there through all the filming as well, like, being, like, the boom operator and, like, getting all the audio and then, like, putting all the audio together and, like, it worked out really well, and, like, all like, the music he had did for, like, the credits and even just, like, the beginning, like, it's all amazing, and I love it so much.
So when are you going to school? In
I
September?
go no, it starts in May, so
Oh wow.
it'll be, I think I'll be moving, middle of April, and then, yeah, and then starting school in May.
Oh, congratulations. So
Yeah.
because yeah, because you're like making these films and you're on your way,
Hmm.
right? So
Yeah.
is writing a thing that you love to do as well, or
Writing, okay, I love writing, but screenwriting specifically is a bit difficult for me because once again, I'm self-taught, and so the technical part of screenwriting is difficult for me because and sometimes I don't feel like I really understand it.
yeah,
Um, but that's like one of the reasons I want to go to school too, is to like actually learn how to do that. Because I do like writing. I just don't feel like it's where my strengths are.
gotcha. So you want to keep like be a director.
Hmm. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I was checking out your city.
Hmm.
It's a pretty quaint city. It looks like it's a good upbringing that
Yeah.
people have there.
Yeah.
When you think of Middle America, I'm thinking about Idaho Falls. From a
Yeah,
Canadian
I guess so.
perspective, right? Like it's just like it looks
Yeah.
like yeah, 70,000 people, right? Like
Hmm.
small town, big city, I guess, right?
Yeah, yeah. The population has grown so much within like the past few years, and it's crazy. But it's a decent city.
Yeah, like it doesn't
So
seem like it seems like clean,
yeah,
probably
for
not
the
much
most part, it's
crime.
pretty clean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not much crime, I guess, right?
Not that I've known of. So
Yeah. No,
yeah.
it's like you forget that these places exist. Sorry, I'm like thinking from myself, like who lives in the city for so long, right? So
Yeah.
cool. And then yeah, now you're gonna make films. That's so awesome. That's like so cool. All
Yeah.
right, well, congratulations. Like I said, I thought that I was watching your film and I'm like, this has got an interesting point of view. I like the way the filmmaker did this. Then I realized you're
Hmm.
so young and like you're just starting out. I was like even more impressed because like these are not easy shots. Like even getting the act finding the right actor to do because if her
Yeah.
performance doesn't work, the film doesn't work,
Yeah.
right? So all these kind of moving parts that you did and kind of having the quasi extras as your family kind of still acting and these all like I said, all these subtleties, but even with the dad not even completely oblivious, and it's like, yeah, there's
Hmm.
you and you make it simple. Like everybody, it seems like young filmmakers want to make things so complicated. And it's like
Yeah.
you have a simple story and you have a complicated it's a complicated issue and you told it and you told your point of view.
Hmm. Yeah.
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 So on that note, I just want to basically what I want to say is that I want to see what you do next. I'm curious what you're going to do next. So keep in touch. And
Hmm.
like I said, we show a lot of films from Vancouver Film School. So keep it like send me an email when you got your first film done. I want to see it because I want to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. Totally.
All
Yeah.
right.
That's awesome.
All right. Let's talk again soon then when you make your next film.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.